You think she forgot you the moment she moved on. That out of sight means out of mind. But psychology actually shows the human brain is neurologically wired to hold on, and that might completely change how you understand connection, memory, and attraction forever. In the next few minutes, we're uncovering the exact psychological and neurological reasons why someone can't stop thinking about a specific person, what's really firing in the female brain, why logic alone can never override it, and the one insight about human memory that flips everything you thought you knew about being unforgettable. Stay with us. This one hits different. Here's what most people get wrong. They think being unforgettable is about looks, charm, status, the surface stuff. But psychology tells us something far more interesting. What makes a person impossible to forget isn't what they gave, it's what they made the other person feel about themselves. Think of it like this. The brain doesn't store people like photographs. It stores them like feelings attached to identity. When someone makes you feel seen, safe, or electrifyingly alive, that gets encoded differently, deeper, harder to overwrite. This is called emotional imprinting, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human memory. Reason 1. Authentic attention. She can't forget you because you actually listened, not performed listening, real presence. The female brain is exquisitely tuned to genuine attention, and most people never offer it. When you did, it registered as rare. Reason 2. Emotional safety with edge. You made her feel secure and slightly unpredictable. Safety alone is comfortable but forgettable. Edge alone is exciting but exhausting. The combination? Neurologically captivating. But here's where it gets wild. The paradox most people miss is she's not thinking about you exactly. She's thinking about who she became around you, that version of herself she misses. 3 more reasons, and this is where the brain science gets fascinating. Reason 3. Unfinished emotional loops. The Zeigarnik Effect, a real psychological phenomenon, shows the brain obsesses over incomplete experiences far more than resolved ones. If things ended without closure, her mind keeps returning to finish what feels unfinished, automatically, involuntarily. Reason 4. Dopamine anchoring. When you were unpredictable in the right moments, surprising her, breaking patterns, her brain flooded with dopamine, the same chemical behind addiction. She's not just remembering you, she's remembering the feeling you reliably triggered. Have you ever noticed that the relationships you remember most weren't the smoothest ones? They were the ones that made you feel most alive? Reason 5. Mirror neuron resonance. When you were emotionally present, really present, her mirror neuron system activated. She didn't just experience you, she felt you from the inside. And yet, despite all this firing in the brain, most people believe forgetting is just a matter of time and willpower. It isn't. Reason 6. Identity anchoring. You became a reference point for who she is. People don't forget their mirrors. Reason 7. Contrasting experience. You were different from what came before. The brain notices contrast sharply. It's a survival mechanism. Different gets remembered. Reason 8. Unspoken emotional truth. What almost nobody realizes is the things that were never fully said between you two have more psychological weight than everything that was. Picture this, an unspoken moment between two people carries more neural energy than an entire conversation of words, because the brain keeps filling in what wasn't finished, forever. So the real psychological insight here is this. Being unforgettable has nothing to do with being perfect. It has everything to do with being real in a world full of performance. The brain doesn't fall for curated versions of people. It falls for presence, contrast, emotional honesty, unfinished chapters. And here's what that means for you. The most powerful thing you ever did wasn't what you said or how you looked. It was the moment she felt, for the first time in a long time, completely and honestly seen. That doesn't leave. Neuroscience says so.
If this flipped your view of the mind even a little, smash like, subscribe for more brain resets every week, and drop in the comments, what surprised you most?